Okay, so what you just seen there is me figuring out which way around the tracks will go with that far side. And then at this point I've gone into music mode, so there's just all kinds of music playing in the background. And this is really, really therapeutic to do. It looks horrible, it looks a pain in the bum, but honestly once you get into it, the worst part is getting all your dedubbing sorted out. So as you can see, I'm working in groups of, I think it's 5 links here, gluing all those together, and then I'll glue those little subsections into one long strip. And after that you get into like an assembly line, frame of mind. I think it's sped up 6 times normal speed. So it's a good couple of hours worth of work, and I think I mentioned it in the last episode. Definitely take regular breaks, especially if you've got issues with your posture or your knees, you know, things like that. If you get bad backs and things, definitely take regular breaks. At the moment this is about 10 minutes worth of work, condensed down into a couple of minutes. So once you get into a rhythm, it does build up quite quickly. And then once that glue starts setting, it's bizarre how it works. See, the glue doesn't set straight away, which gives you enough time, as you can see now, to start moulding it around the drive wheel as you need to. Now, I would definitely recommend building 2 long sections at this point. As you can see, I'm going to struggle in a second or two trying to get around that idler wheel. So I would definitely do 2 quite long lengths and then try and join them in the middle. Get round your drive and idler wheels first and then join up in the centre. Because as you're about to see, I'm not quite getting the length right. At this part now, when I come up and round, I'm not quite long enough to meet that support wheel. It's quite cool this, I'm doing a voiceover. I might start doing this now on a regular basis rather than having that annoying music over the top, so I can explain what I'm doing. There we go. So that's roughly 15 minutes worth of work, and then we get into the tedious bit of adding all the track pads. And again, the actual process of taking them from the frames and denubbing them all. Just, yeah, that's the hardest part of it. This bit is mind-numbingly boring, but the actual construction of it, once you've done all this donkey work, I just wave my hands, you can't see that, can you? Yeah, so it's just this bit, it's just mind-numbing. I've tried to leave in as much of this as possible. That's me changing the music. At that point I started listening to the Goon Show. But yeah, I've tried leaving in as much of this as possible, even though it's all sped up, so you get an idea of just how much graft there is involved. Let's say once you get this donkey work out of the way, it's not too bad after that. Yeah, there's a few. So at this point, that track has had a couple of hours in real life to dry a little bit. So all the glue set, so it's a little bit more stable. You start throwing it around. and you can handle it a little bit better. So I would definitely recommend, if you can, leave that track to dry overnight before you start adding the pads. As you can see, once you've done your donkey work of denubbing, it's actually quite a fast process. I'm actually fascinated. I'm watching the editing video at the moment, and I'm watching the microphone levels on my on my recording software. That's my voice. What I'm hoping you can't pick up is the noisy nephew downstairs. He's coming out with some right stories, that noisy nephew. So and so did this at school, and so did that at school, and we got into trouble, and it wasn't even my fault, right? Yeah. And he's just, oh, the tales. It's brilliant. I keep trying to talk him into writing stuff down rather than saying it out loud. Get some stories written down. Nobody does that anymore. Everybody's vlogging. Nobody writes anymore. I need to get more writing done. I might do a book. The Adventures of Felgan 3.5. There you go. More donkey work. Ooh, I think I'm going to sneeze. After a while of doing these as well, you tend to autopilot, and the next thing you know, you've actually done them. But then you got to stand up, and your legs don't work, and you've got the pins and needles in your feet and everything. And it's, oh my word! That's not fun, that bit. You get up and you're all jelly-legged. So again, you can see once you get going, you get into a rhythm, and it'll go quite quickly. Excuse me. He's not too bad. He's fine. There we go, another jump cut. So I've actually gone away and had something to eat and drink and things like that. I've had a good break. I would definitely recommend going to the loo first before you sit down to do this. Because you get carried away and you say, yeah, I'll go in a minute. Yeah, I'll go in a minute. Yeah, I'll go in a minute. And you don't go. And then, oh my god, afterwards it's just murder. Absolute murder. I know, too much information. Why share these things? Yeah, why not? Why not? Which side was this? Was this the hero side? I think it is the hero side. So this is going to be the plain and boring, as the kit recommends, side. So it's all nice and clean. It's going to be, you know, box standard paint job. You find yourself doing that as well. Ooh, I've not got enough pads. There's not enough pads. Oh, dagnabbit. I hate when that happens. That's okay. I think when I was pointing at the other track, there was still needed some pads on that one as well. I think. Yeah, I hate when that happens. You're most of the way through doing something like that and you realise you haven't got enough And now we're finishing off the right side track. So yeah, there was a few needed for that side as well. I can tell it's the right side track. Just at the top of the screen, if you have a look, you can see the dimples that I added with the Dremel type tool. So we can have a bit more detail in that track. Just to stop it being all plain and boring. Just lift the realism, just that tiny little bit. Last little bit of donkey work and then we're done. As you can see, just to the left of the screen now, we've got a lot more track links left over. I don't think I ended up using those. There we go, almost done. Almost there. Almost there. And done. Let's get some paint on. Been waiting for this for ages. Ages and ages and ages. Right then. Available from eModels.co.uk. It's not the Sunrise version. Go for the UMP or the what was it? One-shot primer for ammo for MIG. It's the exact same stuff, just on the different licenses. I actually got this one before UMP brought their version out, and once this runs out, I'll go on and get the UMP version from eModels.co.uk. Do my job. There we go. So apologies for that. I've not quite got around to it. 'Cause yeah, I'm a skinflint. I've also got this stuff. I might as well not get any more yet. I've still got a fair amount in this. Right, I'm going to go black first with the primers. Let's give that another shake. Just had a shake for about 20 minutes off camera. Only a few spots at the bottom for the time being. I'm using my trusty old iWater Revolution CR with a 0.35 needle, I think it is, for those of you that are interested in this kind of thing. Let's make sure that's flowing properly. 20 psi, and as you can see, lovely flow pattern. You always hear people saying, oh no, use a 0.5 needle. Yeah, 0.35, it's coming out perfectly fine at 20 psi, as you've just seen. And I'm literally just going to give this a little mist coat. So I'm coming most of the way down for air. Like so. That's just bits on. Oh, hello. My needle's not all the way on. Hello. Get him. That's better. So I'm coming most of the way down for air with a dodgy trigger. Don't take this part apart. This section apart even. I've had this thing about 11 years now. I took that section apart by taking this whole gubbins out underneath. See if I show you that. Hang on. Knock that hose off. Get off. Do it that way. Right. Take that off. Underneath here, I can't quite show you now because I've got paint in the cup. Underneath here, you've got like this silly little thread thing. I'll post a photo here, so I'll just pause a little bit and waffle a little bit so give you a chance to see that photo. Took that apart for some strange reason, I don't know why. Spring went ding across the room, never to be found ever again. I've rearranged his bedroom 3 times since, including taking the window out and putting new double glazing in. I did that. Yeah, never to be found. So it's got a clicky ballpoint pen type spring in there, so it doesn't quite react like it should do. All that twaddle. Right, let's get the paint going. I'm literally just going to mist coat this. So as you can see, the plastic's still showing through underneath. And this is literally, so I'm not going grey primer onto grey plastic. It's just to give me a visual clue. So there's hardly any air pressure coming out, apart from despite what you can hear. It's nice and gentle. So all this is doing is just darkening the plastic down a little bit for me, just so I can see where I'm shooting onto. There we go. So it's literally, right, hang on, I'm having trouble there. What's that about? The trigger's not quite reacting like it's supposed to. Possibly because I'm not cleaning it out properly. Which is very likely. Just get a cotton bud out and just get that quick clean, like so. No, I'm still having trouble. There we go, right, let's sort that out. Just flipping it around. Just misting on, we're not absolutely battering the area. If you batter the area, well, I'll show you on the other side more than anything. Now, if you flip the area, you'll get that kind of thing going on. We don't want that. I'm definitely having trouble with this needle. What? Sticky mark. This is what happens if you don't clean out properly beforehand. You get this kind of thing going on. My needle's stuck. I don't need this. I'm on national TV. There we go. Right. So nicely misting. If you do manage to do that kind of thing, just cut to air. Just push your needle all the way forward. Cut to air only. You should be able to see that drying off now. Stay a fair distance away. I've still got paint coming out. Enough that up. Cut to air only. Just dry it off. Lovely. Right, let's carry on with this. So we're not covering the area. Just enough to give me a guide so I can see where the grade's going to go. Like so. Lovely. Right. Like so. That should do us. So I can now see where the grey primer is going to go on top of that, which won't make sense right now, but it will do. So I'm just going to do that very quickly now with this noisy thing on. As you can imagine from how noisy that is, it's going to get very, very noisy now. So that's why you'll be seeing time lapse and some kind of music over the top. Right, so to clean this out, if I just come over here, you hear and see all kinds of weird and wonderful things in the forums. Oh, I use this and I use that and I use the other. X20A with my cleaning brush. There's my cleaning brush. X20A into the pot. There's about 1 million people's toes curling right now. Just gonna give that all a zhush around, like so. Let's pop you up there a little bit. We zoomed in. There we go. Quite zhush around, like so. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some blue kitchen roll type thing. Stick that in there, tip it upside down. I'm not going to blow that through at all, because the dry paint on the edge of the cup will be in there somewhere, so all nicely soaked up. There's absolutely nothing on the bottom. Drop some more X20A in, you can see the gunk coming back straight away. That's paint in this area. Cover the nozzle, a little bit of a blowback. As you can see, it goes mucky as hell. Going to draw the needle all the way back a tiny little bit. Very gently press it down for air. If you do a full hit, it'll just spit out the cup, so very, very gently do that. As you can see, my trigger's still sticking. Now, I've been painting all day long. I've been doing quick colour changes like this in between. It does actually need an ultrasonic bath at this stage, so I've been absolutely battering this today. And I've managed to get a full day in. As you can see, I've got a really lazy trigger, so I need to do a complete field strip and clean, which we'll take care of now. But if I just push me all the way forward again, what we should find is if I drop some more X20A in and do a blowback, it shouldn't be too bad. No, make a liar of me. Why not blow that through? And then my Iwata Finio thingy airbrush cleaner. It's not Iwata, yeah, that stuff. A few drops of that in. I love this stuff. Love how frothy it goes. We're ready. Bubbles, 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 bubbles. Lovely. What we should find is that should be quite clear. Nope, yep, drop that, why not? Right, so if I field strip this now, shush, in fact, just push that needle forward first. Drop of X20A. It's probably too much. Get my hose back up. Spread through, and you can see it's coming out nice and clear. Yeah, I know. All these concoctions. Yeah. Couple of rinses with X20A. Quick squirt of brush cleaning through. Job done. Like I say, I've been doing this most of the day now. I've actually managed to get a full day in, which is lovely. So I'm going to put that in there, that in there. Get my thing. Undo front end, which is very, very mucky. Drop that in there. What you probably find now is this part of my needle's really dirty. So slacken the collet off at the back. Push the needle forward. Yeah, there you go. That'll do it. Get a stay at that. Nice mucky as hell. That's not coming off either. That's been on for most of the day. So it just shows you quick cleans in between colours, quick colour changes. Are great in the short term, but if you're spraying all day long, you definitely need to have a look at that properly. Take the needle out. Never draw the needle back through, because otherwise you'll put paint into the little washer that's at the back here. Don't want that. It'll get into all your working parts then and absolutely gunk everything up. Don't want that at all. I'll just take most of that off with X20A now. Yeah, most of that's off. Right, so I can drop that very carefully into there. Be gentle when you drop it into here. Hang on a sec. Oh, that's quite scary. That's quite scary. Apparently there's just been a bomb on a football team's bus. That was quite scary. Hopefully everybody's okay. I'm just going to take care of this and I'm going to find out what's going on. Why is the world so messed up? It's, scary place. Right, drop that in there. We have a maximum and a minimum line, which is down here somewhere. I'm going to fill most of that up with water first. Really good squirt of airbrush cleaner. That's it. That's all we need. Fill the rest up with water. Back in a second. That's a press record, doesn't it? 6 minutes on. Hopefully you can still hear me. Keep your eye on that. You'll see all the paint coming up. Oh, my ears are ringing now. Right, there's my kitchen roll. So I'll drop that there. All the paint's come off that little tip now. Just give that a quick wipe. All the paint's fallen off that. Come ha. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Let's get the main body off, and then I don't know if you can make that little black spot out. And I can't zoom you in now because my hand's wet. There's a little black spot just there. That should now just flick off. There we go. Lovely. So it all just loosens up nicely. Some of this has been on for quite a while and all. I know, I'm terrible. There you go, just peels off. So your ultrasonic cleaner will get it all nice and loose for you. And you can just give it a quick thing with your thumbnail. There you go, peels off nicely. Nicely, nicely, nicely. My God, that's future. That's been on there for years. Yeah, so it gives you an idea of how long things can be on there for, and it still comes off after a quick ultrasonic thing. You get the chrome note. Get the chrome note. Chrome. Right. So, just off to the side, I've got a towel I can wipe my hands on. Like so. Right. That's been on for a while. Zoom you out. No, that's in. That's out. There we go. How's if you get your needle the right way around, your needle guard thing. What's this called? This part. Yeah, I know. And we tighten that up. Now, what you'll find is there's a little bit of resistance there. Stop. Don't go over tightening. Alright, so get your finger tight and then just nip it that last little bit. Literally the second you feel it bite, stop. Otherwise you'll be in a whole world of hurt. Hold on. Yeah, I know, stop laughing. Triggers first. It's difficult to do this. I'm literally trying to get my head around the camera to see what I'm doing. Should we do a selfie? Let's do a selfie. Let's do a selfie, show you what I'm dealing with. No, I don't want that, I want that. Flip the camera that way round. I'm literally... Don't know if you make that out with the shine. Hang on, let me... There we go. Show you a photo, show you a photo. That's literally what I'm looking at. It's quite difficult to do. I've got to get my head around all the angles so I can see what I'm doing. It's good fun, should try it. There's my needle, there's my needle. So, a quick look at the needle. Yeah, lovely and clean now. Nothing like what we had a moment ago. Just drop that on the table, give it a quick wipe. Loosen the collet off at the back, and then very carefully push that home. Like so. Pull the needle back. Put the first crown on. Put the bell crown on. Job done. There you go, a lot more responsive now. Liking that. And I'll drop the thing on the floor. There you are. Very good. Drop that there. Compressor back on. Just give all that a wipe. Now what you'll find once you've done this, as you can see, I've just literally thrown it all together. Don't go chucking paint into it straight away. Quick release back on. Just off camera then, how was I going? Yeah. Quick release back on. Silly bloke. What you'll find is, big spurt comes out, so don't go putting paint in it straight away. Just give it a few minutes, blast everything through. Cover the needle again, make sure there's nothing coming back in. As you can see, it's a lot more responsive now. Lovely, right, so we can crack on. Let's give me a few minutes to get rid of this and I'll be back. Alright, so if I bring in upper hull, just off camera, I'm going to chuck some more Black Stanley Res UMP one-shot primer thing into my airbrush, just off camera like so. Quick squirt through just to make sure there's nothing else left over from the cleanage, like so. Same deal. I'm going to blast it all over there first, make sure there's no dust on there, and then very, very lightly, very gently, just mist coat. Over the top, like so. So we've still got the grey plastic showing through. We've still got a lot of shine from the photo etch as well. Like I say, it's a good indication where the grey ends, and because if I go with grey primer on that straight away, I'm not going to be able to tell where it's going, especially for you guys on camera as well. don't forget as well, under here, go a little bit heavier there. So it's going to be shadow areas anyway. But you can see the difference there between what we're doing on top. You know, give it a heavy blast, and again, just cut forward, leave the trigger all the way forward, put to air, dry that back. It's not a problem at all. And just in case any of that shows through on that side. Lovely. Don't forget the back of that driver's viewport, like so. That should do us. That's ready for grey now. Let's cast that shadow there. I'm just going to drop that into the spray booth. Oh, hold on, missed that bit. It's better. I've got enough in there, I should be able to get most of this turret done as well. And then there's a gazillion greeblies. Okay. Just take from the other side for that part. Take off your barrel. Stop it. Grip you. Will you grip? Well, if I go all the way down there like so. Right, so. Quick blast of air. Just make sure there's no dust on there. Quite a snotty coat. Don't worry too much about this ring, because that's where the it'll rub against the upper hull, and if you paint that you'll get some bindage. No, well, bindage, yeah. Right, I think I got most of it. So I'm going to leave that to dry for a couple of hours. What time are we on? Might even be overnight this now. I've got a few things to take care of. But what I'm going to do now is doesn't quite work. Still following them.
Oh, I'm out. There we go. That'll do. Right, so I'm going to clean the airbrush out and then walk away. I'm going to walk away, clean the airbrush, walk away for a bit. So I'm sat down most of the day at work and stuff like that. I need to walk around. Might go for a jog around the block. Yeah, jog around the block. Yeah, my charity run season's upon me now. I've got really do need to start doing some training. How do I put it? I did overindulge during the Christmas and post-Christmas part, you know, when everything's all miserable and horrible and dark and horrible and miserable outside. Yeah, that's a bit excessive. A little bit excessive. I mean, he's not thanking me at all now for that. Yeah. He's fine. He's fine. Right, so I'm going to do what I need to do. And then you're going to get to see a lovely time-lapse thing of me spraying everything else with that mist coat of black. And then we'll get the grey primer on. Get everything nicely covered. Hopefully get us a nice even base to work from. And then we can start getting some proper colours on there. Yeah. Why am I not leaving it black? Well, we've got a green to go on there. Now if I use black as the main primer, comes that, the green over the top of that will be too dark. So I'm going to need a grey primer at least to just lift the vibrancy of the green a little bit. Madness in the method. Words at all whatsoever, because this is a family friendly show. But yeah, I'm yapping away quite merrily to you, and I've forgotten to press the little button just there on my screen that says make this go, make it record. So I just done all that without you being with me. You were there in spirit though, that's the main thing. Anywho, I've decided, like, we hadn't glued all this kind of thing together just yet. I did have a test one, I lost it. I think it might be back in its box. To get underneath that rim there, in the central hub, just there, it's a bit of a pain when you've got that big tyre in the way. Comme ça, it's a bit of a pain, you can't quite get to the angle, so I'm glad I left that open. Hopefully I can remember to warn you about that, but you know, when I do all the editing. Now then, I now have the dilemma of trying to paint that green in there whilst leaving this rubber black of some description. Now I'm going to go with what the instructions tell me to use, wherever that's gone. Rubber and tyres, there we go, that's Mk10. I've actually got that out. That's bizarre. So I'm going to carry on with the grey primer coat over the top of these, because as you can see the tyre edges are still plastic because it's quite... Hello? You've been hitting the back of the head by a lamp. I managed to get inside there done, but I've got to try and hold this at the same time, so I can now stick that on my finger, spin it around like so. It says I'm not glued these in either. I've got to try and figure out how to do that. So it's possible I might end up with a disc of plastic I can whack in there of some description, and then my little masking trick for the outside, which will be as soon as I can find that. Right, one step at a time. Carry on priming. Right then, clean some of that rubbish off on the side. So that's had about an hour or so to dry. Not quite an hour, but it does dry quite quickly, that. I love this stuff. I really do wish I'd found this a lot sooner in my building career. Stretched back for quite a while. As you can still see, there's a fair amount of photo etch still showing through. So what we're going to do now is using the grey style res. So I'll make sure I've got a nice flow. I'm going to unscrew that end cap so I can carry on cleaning my needle. There we go. I haven't quite got the fluff off the end of that then. So what we'll do is a couple of really light mist coats that I've just been doing with black. So make sure the flow's coming through, and then going completely back to grey now. Right the way back. So a couple of light coats, like I say. I'll try and cover it all in one go. And it'll look spotty as hell at first, but don't worry. Catch that around there, and come back around here. Catch this one. So we still want to try and show some of that black through. So it's almost like pre-shading, but it's not. Ooh, it's a bit squishy that then. So let's try and get some of that photo etch again. What you'll find is it does dry quite fast, this style res. I can now give it a proper coat. Still not trying to smother it all in one go. Still quite a light mist coat, but it's a little bit heavier than I was doing with the previous two coats. You should be able to see the difference as it's going on now. Instead of wafting all over the place like I was doing earlier, I'm actually, I'll see if I can show you here. Just a bit spitty that. I've got a blockage in my nozzle somewhere, so I'll have a small blockage in here somewhere. Instead of a nice thin coat, instead of smacking everything down in one go like that, which is just a great big puddle, as you can see, building up the layer a little bit heavier each time we're going past. I'll quick play with the light, make sure I've got no gold showing through still. There's a tiny little spot there. It's a little bit heavy there, and then come on this side here. Lovely. I'm not going to worry too much about under there, because like I said, that's going to be in shadow anyway. As you can see now, it's all grey on grey. I can't quite see that. You can just about make it out of a play with lighting, but I don't really want to be messing about doing all this tricks if I've got it all. So, quick mist coat of black, and then you can go right away back to grey then. Oh, that's lovely, I like that. Good, right, crack on with the rest of it.